Okay, you want to ask question? We give you the microphone. Speak close to the microphone. Okay. Yeah.
Okay? Okay? Not okay.
Lower. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Long Po, I just want to thank Long Po very much because I have been listening to Long Po's YouTube live in English.
Uh-huh.
I'm so sorry I cannot really understand Thai.
Uh-huh.
But luckily, some of the Long Pos in Thai have been translated into English. But the only thing that I don't quite understand is why they keep on saying like teacher, teacher, teacher or something like that. Why do they repeat some of the words?
Who repeat some of the words?
Maybe in not in Long Po's translation, you see, but there are some that they repeat some of the words which I don't quite catch it. So sometimes it's very difficult. But Long Po's explanation has been very clear, excellent, and I could follow a little, try to follow as much as possible, especially when Long Po speak about mindfulness. It helps me a lot. I'm now 81 years old.
Yes.
So I tend to forget. So when I go up the steps, I will say, Long pause, mindful, be mindful, be mindful. Then I would fall, or when I come down, I wouldn't fall.
Yes.
So I really want to thank Long Po, Suchart. Thank you very much for Long Po's Dhamma talks.
Okay.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And another thing is this, Long Po. When Long Po was talking about metta,
Yes.
I heard about Long Po's metta. Long Po said, when we are alone, we can't give metta,
That's right.
right? But after the prayers, I always start with Aham Sukito, and I end with Aham Sukito Hontu. Is it okay?
Yeah, you can chant anything, but it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, I
It
see.
only reminds you what you should do.
Oh, I see.
First, you have to make yourself happy first,
Oh.
before you can make other people happy.
I see.
Because if you're not happy, how can you make other people happy?
Okay, okay. I understand.
So that's the purpose of chanting, to remind you what you're supposed to do.
Oh, I see.
See? But you're not doing anything, it's just a reminder.
Oh. So it's not me giving, during my prayers, it's not me giving matter to
No,
anybody.
no.
It's just a reminder
What
to
you-
me
yes.
that I must practice metta.
Right, when you're meeting people or
Yes.
animals,
Yes. Oh, yes. My cats.
your cat, your dogs, or whatever,
Yes.
even dangerous animals, you should not treat
Oh.
them badly.
Okay.
You should not kill them.
Yeah.
But you might have to put them in a safe place, so that they don't hurt other people.
Okay, thank you, Long Po. Yes. And Long Po was saying about Ubekka. I
Yeah.
quite don't understand why Long Po was mentioning it just now.
Because it's part of the
Ubekka, Mudita, and all those.
it's part of the four Brahmaviharas,
Oh, I
the
see.
four states of sublime states.
Oh,
Which if you can have these four qualities, your mind will be comparable to a Brahma. Brahma Vihara means the abode of the Brahma.
going up.
So if you want to be happy, be a lovable person, a good person, you have to have these four qualities.
I see.
You have to have metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion.
Compassion.
You have to have mudita, which means sympathetic joy,
Oh,
happy with other people, happiness.
because, for example, my niece children, they have become doctors.
Yes,
So I'm very happy.
yes.
So that is part of.
Even if you're not happy, you have to force yourself to be happy. If your niece decide to become a nun, you will still have to be happy. If you don't like it. But if that's what makes her happy, then you should be happy with
But
it.
Lord Paul, someone has said that if it is like this, Is it hypocrisy?
No,
Are we being hypocrites?
you are training your mind to be good, so you have to force your mind.
I see. Okay.
If you don't force your mind will just be as it is.
All right.
In order to change your mind, you have to bend it.
I'm sorry. My tears are coming out.
See, we are training our mind to be a better mind.
Okay.
Right now, our mind is not as good as it should be.
All right.
So it's not hypocrisy.
It's not hypocrisy.
It's training. It's forcing the mind to do what is right, to do what is good.
Okay.
So you have to be mudita, even though you might not like it. Your son wants to become a monk. He's happy becoming a monk. You want him to be a doctor. You might feel bad. Then you have to say, well, if he's happy being a monk, then I should be happy with him.
All right.
So this is mudita.
So should I say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu?
That's right. When you see people are happy, you say sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah, thank you.
Even though you're not happy with what they do, you just say sadhu anyway. Because we have different opinion.
Right.
What they do might not what we like to do. Except what they do is bad, then we cannot sadhu.
Okay.
If they kill, if they steal, even if that makes them happy, this is not something you would sadhu for.
Yes. Right. Thank you. And the last one is
mudita, ubekha. Ubekha is to make your mind neutral or not react to a situation in which you cannot react to. You cannot do anything about.
That means that if there is something that doesn't suit me or make me angry, I mustn't get angry.
Right. You just remain calm.
Okay.
Don't react to anything.
Do I take it easy?
Yeah, take it easy. Don't react to situations.
Yes.
In the wrong way.
Okay.
If you can react in the right way, do it. If you cannot react in the positive, beneficial way, then just remain calm, remain still. Ubekha. Yeah, stop.
Keep quiet.
Yeah, keep quiet. Shut up.
Shut up. Thank you. Thank you very much, Long Po. Okay. And I hope that I will be able to come again, because I've asked the office whether I can, if I'm allowed to come, at least do a little bit of meditation. Yeah. Yes, I do a bit, but now I'm getting old, so a little bit difficult for me to sit too long.
Doesn't matter. You can, if you don't sit, you can stand, you can walk.
Okay.
You can meditate in all the postures.
Okay. Yeah. Can I say?
To be mindful.
Yes, that's right. Be mindful.
And stop thinking.
Thank you.
Then you are meditating regardless of whatever you do.
Yes. Thank you very much, Long Po. Because with Long Po's word, mindfulness, whenever Long Po said, when you get up already, you have to be mindful. Everything, the whole day, I try to.
Every position, every movement of your body. Just keep watching.
Not easy, but I will try, Long Po.
As you go along, it will become easier.
Thank you.
Because this is getting used to the new trick. See, you're an old dog, so it's hard to teach an old dog a new trick.
Can I say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu?
Okay.
Thank you.
คำถามจากคุณโอลิเวียครับ
Bonjour Olivier from Paris.
Bonjour ท่านอาจารย์ I feel drowsy during my meditation, or sometimes I overfocused until I feel hurt in my back. So I try to meditate with my eyes open, and sometimes I move my shoulder to not feel drowsy. I even breathe stronger than normal for 2 or 3 times. Is it correct to practice like this for be more mindful during the meditation?
Well, if it helps you, then it's okay. If you can get rid of your drowsiness. But I think it's better if you get up and walk instead of sit. Walk and re-energize your body and re-energize your mindfulness. Walk for a while and then you become awake and mindful. Then you can come back and sit again. And if you sit and you become drowsy again, then you should get up and walk again. You should maybe use walking meditation first before until you can get rid of your drowsiness. Then when you sit and you don't feel drowsy, then you can continue on with your sitting. Okay, how are you, Michael?
ครับ Most people look at life through eyes, looking a conventional reality where Dhamma is the ultimate reality. People ask you about money problems and husband-wife problems, etc., which is not seeing things through Dhamma. Only by practicing meditation can one see the ultimate truth.
Yes, you discover the mind. Without meditation, you can only see the body. So you will be only concerned with the problem of the body. But once you have meditate, then you will discover the mind. And then you know that the mind is more important than the body. Because the happiness or the suffering that you get from the mind is bigger than the happiness or suffering you get from the body. And you also will know that the body is temporary and the mind is permanent. So then you will switch your attention, your care toward the mind more than toward the body.
คุณเจนค่ะ If you have a boyfriend live in the same house but sleep in different room and the other person have the interest of someone else, is that a sin? Is that the third precept?
No, as long as he still doesn't go sleep with that other person, he hasn't yet broken up that precept. But he's just in the process of doing it because he first have to think about it first. Once he starts thinking about it, then eventually that will lead him to do the actual thing. But as long as he hasn't yet done the actual thing, then it's not yet breaking up the precept.
คุณเจนค่ะ When you pray and do meditation every day, will it help erase some of the bad things you have done?
You cannot erase what you have done, either good or bad, but you can dilute what you have done. If you had done bad things, you can dilute them by doing a lot of good things. Just like the water that you have in your container. If you have the water that is salty, you can make it less salty by putting in pure water. Then you can dilute it, see, but you cannot get rid of it. How are you? Hello. Can you take the microphone, please, so we can listen to you?
Hello, I'd like to just run some things by you.
Go ahead.
And you can pick and choose or ignore them all. The ego cannot kill the ego. So I ask myself, how do I transcend my ego, my false sense of separate self?
You use knowledge, because your ego is the production of your delusion. You're ignorant, because in reality there is no ego. And ego is just an invention by your mind due to ignorance of the true nature of the mind. The mind is the one who knows, who thinks, but it isn't an ego, it isn't a self, it isn't a person. It is just a function like knowing and thinking. But it thinks that itself, that this thinking is itself, is an ego. So you have to use wisdom or knowledge to get rid of your ego, the knowledge of the truth. How do you get to this truth? You have to meditate. When you meditate, when your mind becomes calm, then your ego will disappear because your thought stops thinking. And you realize that your ego is the product of your thoughts, your thinking.
Exactly. Thank you. Here are some more thoughts that I've been asking myself lately. How to move from the monkey mind to an open heart. So I believe I'm in stage 3, which is ego identification, limited self. And I'd like to move to stage 4, where you're living, loving, unconditional heart. I believe, or my experience are, there are 3 levels of consciousness. One is the sleeping or the dreaming, sleeping dream. The other is what I call the waking dream.
Yeah.
And the other is the awakened state. So I guess maybe it's a lot like the first question, how to transcend the false sense of separate self. So I guess you kind of already answered that.
Yes, meditation usually will give you most of the answers that you see. Right now we don't know what the mind is, and we are confused the mind with the body.
That's very funny, because you seem to resonate exactly what I've been thinking and going through. We are not our minds. We are not our bodies. We are not our thoughts. We are not our feelings. We are not our sensations. We are not our emotions. In fact, you, me, I is not real. It's a story. It's a construct, a limited perception of a full reality awakened. All is impermanent except consciousness.
Yes, the mind is permanent. The mind is indestructible. It's not destructible.
So what happens when the body dies? Does consciousness die as well?
No, the mind just detaches itself from the body and go seek for a new body. That's how you get rebirth. It's like changing a new car. Your old car breaks down, the driver go and look for a new car. And the mind drives the body. The mind directs, tells the body what to do, what to say, by thinking. You first have to think before you can come here, right? Say, I want to come here today. When you think, then you tell your body, okay, let's go to the temple. So you're the driver, the mind's the driver, and the body is like the automobile. When the automobile breaks down, the driver go buy a new car, get a new body, rebirth. Same person, same driver, but with a different body, that's all. And you keep on doing this as long as you still have cravings and desire for things that you can acquire through your body. If you want to stop rebirth, then you have to stop your desire and craving for things through the body. When you don't have any craving for things through the body, then you don't need the body. Then when you die, you don't need to go and take a new body, take a rebirth. You can do this by meditation again. Because when you meditate, your mind becomes calm and peaceful. Your craving and desire. This is the way to get rid of your craving and your desire, is to meditate. Then you might become content, happy, full. You don't need anything to make you happy. So you don't need the body to take you to places to see or hear things. Understand?
Absolutely. It's wonderful to be in the presence of someone who's has knowledge and experience and wisdom of this higher levels of consciousness. And it's nice to see many people come who are also interested in that.
Yeah, we have people coming like this every day, especially during the weekend. We have at least 100 people or more.
Do you ever lecture here in English?
Only when I have people like you coming to see me, then I talk to you, answer your questions. Then we have it recorded and posted on the YouTube page. You can go into to see all my Dhamma talks in English on YouTube. Just search for Dhamma in English. Then all my talks in English will be there.
Thank you so much.
Like your talk today will be posted later on. I'll collect a few more questions like your, and then I'll post it on the YouTube Dhamma in English.
I understand you are a master.
What do you mean, master?
Well, there are many teachers, but there are very few masters.
Well, it's just a matter of definition, I guess. I am me and you are you. Because we don't want to be deluded by this definition, you know.
I've been told by.
Can you please Through the microphone, yeah.
I have been told by one of the devotee that really I need two things in my life. I need a master teacher and I need to service. I need to do service.
What's the other one?
I need to be of service.
Of service, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he tells me these are the two things I need. Find a master teacher and do service. He also says that the teacher will, the yogi, the teacher, the guru will appear when the student is ripe, when the student is ready. So I have to make myself ready.
Yes. It's like going to university. You have to be ready for what they teach you. If you're not ready, then you cannot pass the examination to enter into the university. So you have to be ready to study, willing to accept other people's idea. You have to throw all your old ideas away, because all of your old ideas mostly are delusional, not true to the fact. So you have to find someone whom you can trust and then learn from that person. In fact, you have found one already. It's the Buddha. If you read his teaching or the discourses, you are really studying from the Buddha himself. So I recommend you go to him first, because he's the true master. And then you use that as a point of reference when you go and study with other teachers, to make sure that the other teachers are teaching correctly. If you don't study the sutta, the discourse of the Buddha, then you might not know what I'm saying is true or not. Then you can be doubtful. But if you study first the teaching of the Buddha in the discourses, and then you have a point of reference to refer to when you listen to other people's teaching, whether it is true to what the Buddha has taught or not.
What school of Buddhism do you?
Theravada. Yeah. There's a website called, can't remember, Insight something. But you can search Theravada teaching, you'll find a website that will direct you to all the teachings of the Lord Buddha. And you don't need to study the complete text. All you need is to study a few major discourses that will give you a general idea. Okay.
5 precepts and the 8 noble truths.
Yeah, the 8 noble truths, the four noble truths, the eightfold path. Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Okay. Is that all?
No, never finished.
You're welcome to ask some more questions if you like.
I'm fine, thanks so much.
Okay then. All right, then well.
Do you take students?
Well, you are right now. When you ask me, you automatically become a student. If I answer you, then I'm teaching you already, right?
Do you take students one-on-one?
Oh no, just at this time only 2 to 4 normally, except on some other circumstances. I might, if I meet people and they ask me things, if I can answer them, I'll answer them. But usually I will be here every day from 2 to 4. Okay.